vintage icons to wartime machines, Caramulo brings history roaring to life. Here I am at the Caramulo Motorfestival, Portugal's biggest celebration of vehicles, speed, and a little bit of noise. Let's go have some fun.
Já depois começaram,
Alongside the classics, Portugal's police forces were also on show, with both the GNR and PSP bringing vehicles old and new. From historic patrol cars to modern interceptors, it was a chance to see how law enforcement on wheels has changed over the decades.
Look at this amazing Bentley behind me, getting ready to take on the ramp. Amazing.
Automóveis compactos com motores pequenos.
To mark 80 years since the end of the Second World War, Caramulo unveiled its largest exhibition ever. Nearly 40 vehicles, many never before seen in Portugal. From ingenious designs to iconic machines, these vehicles tell the story of a conflict fought on every front. One of the most unusual designs of the war was this, the NSU Kettenkrad. Part motorcycle, part tractor, it was designed for German paratroopers to haul supplies across difficult terrain. It was so useful that when captured, the Allies simply repainted them and put them back into service. This is the Hanomag, the standard German half-track. More than 15,000 were built in dozens of variants, from troop carriers to rocket launchers. The example here fought in Normandy with the 12th SS Panzer Division and survived the Battle of the Falaise Pocket. Not all designs stayed on dry land. The Volkswagen Schwimmwagen was amphibious, fitted with a retractable propeller so that it could cross rivers and lakes. More than 14,000 were made, but very few survive today. The Willys Jeep was the GI's best friend, rugged, light and versatile. More than 600,000 were built, serving in every theatre of the war. From carrying troops to towing small guns, the Jeep became a symbol of Allied mobility and of victory itself. For heavier work, the Americans fielded the M3 half-track. Combining wheels at the front with tracks at the rear, it could carry troops and gear across almost any terrain. Over 50,000 were built, and after the war, models like this went on serving in armies around the world, including Portugal, well into the 1980s. Motorcycles also played a vital role. Fast, light, and able to go where larger vehicles could not. They carried dispatches, scouted ahead, and provided mobility for troops on every front. The rugged Cushman Model 53 airborne scooter was designed to be dropped by parachute. It could travel through a foot of water and climb a 25% grade. And with a hitch to pull a small trailer, it could carry heavy loads. Inside the museum, one of the highlights is this collection of Formula One cars driven by Brazilian legend Emerson Fittipaldi. Machines that once raced at the very top of the sport. The museum also holds an extraordinary range of vintage cars and motorcycles, carefully preserved to showcase over a century of motoring history. And to take the action beyond the road, the festival skies came alive with an air display. Another reminder that this event celebrates machines of every kind. That's been my visit to the Caramulo Motorfestival 2025, a celebration of machines, history, and passion. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.